Right now it's time for Be All You Can Be on the Beat 99.9 FM. The Catalyst is in the building. Lanre Olusola. Welcome to the studio, Lanre.
Hey, Chris the Drazer. What's up with you today?
I'm doing good. I'm having a happy day so far.
Yes. Today is going to be phenomenal. I can promise you that. You wouldn't be able to sit on your chairs. If you manage it, you'd only sit at the edge of your chair. I have his permission because, he's one of my closest friends. So, we're real with each other. I hardly have found, a more real person, if there's a descriptive like that. His name is Kunle Soriyan, and I simply call him PK. PK is going to shake your philosophy, he's going to challenge your thinking, he's going to provoke you today. Welcome to Be All You Can Be, PK.
Yeah. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Baba. I'm cool.
But today we want to look at the things that will stop you.
Yeah.
So PK, what are the things that will stop people? Real. Let's be real. It is X-rated. What are the things that will stop them from being all that they were created to be?
I will answer that with a story. This morning, of course, we had planned to be on this show. And part of the idea, really, was to come in before 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Because it was going to be sanitation day. And once it's 7 o'clock, you'll be arrested if you're on the road. So we have to be in here by 7. And I made thorough plans for over a week. My driver was supposed to get to my house as early as 6 o'clock, and then by 6:30 we are here. That was the plan. For reasons of life, he could not get to my house until 10 minutes to 7. And it was obvious there's no way we can do Adeni Jones to Third Mainland, in 10 minutes.
Except you had a helicopter.
Particularly because I don't fly. So, in humility, we accepted our situation that, okay, we don't fly, so there must be another way. Now, if I called in at that time to say, look, this is what happened to me, you will understand.
Yes.
All right? You will just understand, because it's not my fault. I've done all that I needed to do, and then this guy couldn't show up. All right? I will be forgiven on any platform if I cannot make that. If I call him to say I can't make it, everybody will understand. So I'm not under obligation to stretch myself beyond that point. All right? But then I said to myself, all right, I've made up my mind to be here. This is not a rule. If I don't get there, I will be breaking a rule that is not validated by the majority, but deep inside of me.
Yeah.
So I decided I am going to get there, and I began to work at it. How am I going to move during sanitation? Because the show is for 9. Sanitation is on till 10. And against all odds, all right, I am in the show right now.
Wow.
I am speaking live because I made up my mind I was going to be here. The idea is, in life, there will always be unplanned interruptions. You can't figure it all out. So what is coming will come, whether tough or small, little or big, challenging or understandable. But life is such that what is coming will come. It is who you are.
Wow.
And how prepared you are from within that makes the difference.
Wow. So, PK, you had a goal this morning.
Yes.
You wanted to achieve something phenomenal. You wanted to reach out to millions of people on radio, on Beat 99.9 FM, on Be All You Can Be with the Catalyst. That was your goal. And you had a timeline. So, what you're saying is, that is a given. A lot of people know what they want.
Yes.
A lot of people know where they're going. A lot of people know by when they want it.
Yes.
However, there was something that was real within the environment that constrained the achievement or the realization of that goal.
Yes.
And that's what we want to talk about today.
Yes.
Now, you're saying that it is who you are
Yes.
first that gets in the way of you achieving your goal.
Exactly.
What else gets into your way?
Now, what I did today, and I say this with all humility and deep respect to all the listeners, being in this studio today is not what happened today. It is a positive mental posture that is domiciled in my system. It's an automated behavior that adversity is a necessary experience to define peace at a level. That whether you like it or not, on this side of heaven, you need to sustain a clarity from within. That's an education. Now, if you have not reached out to that education, or Providence has not allowed you to connect to that education, you will be determined, but you will determinedly disappoint yourself.
Wow. So the very first thing is know who you are.
Know who you are.
Be who you are. Then the next thing is, what do you believe?
Yes.
What are your philosophies?
Yes.
What drives you? What are your convictions? And what are you willing to do?
Now, part of that for me is, I believe very strongly that optimism is free. Enthusiasm is a tool. Belief is a force. And so, with those three, I have eliminated the idea of impossibility.
Take that again. Are you saying to me,
yes,
that nothing is impossible?
Nothing is impossible.
Are you telling me that everything is possible?
Everything is possible.
So what are these three key things that you say make the impossible possible and make possibilities your reality?
First of all, you need a healthy mental posture. It is that healthy mental posture that allows you to respond creatively and intelligently in situations. Now, the assumptions that all that understanding together is the fact that, look, you have the right to believe that things are possible. It costs you nothing. Faith is free. Optimism is free. These are tools that you must engage. The beautiful thing about them is that though they are free, they are also energy. So faith is an energy.
Wow.
Meaning it's a substance.
Wow.
And it can be engaged and deployed.
It's a force.
And I'm not talking about the way we define faith spiritually.
In Christian.
I'm saying that faith is a gift to mankind. Is a deposit of the Creator in man. To
every
be
man.
In every man.
Even a killer.
Even a killer. It has now belief works for a killer. Belief works for the armed robber. Belief works for everybody. Now it is the content of your belief that defines the nuisance you create or the wisdom you create for people.
So PK, let's go back to
yes,
the deposit of the essence of the Creator, which
yes,
is faith.
Yes.
Belief.
Yes.
Conviction.
Yes.
Faith is a force.
Yes.
Faith is an energy.
And I was saying that first of all, every tool is an advantage. But the thinking, the goals of the tool user defines the nuisance value of that
Hello,
tool.
good morning. Wow,
Okay.
that's energy transfer through the airwaves.
No, it's very powerful because, Chris, it symbolizes what PK was talking about, that
Yes.
faith is an energy.
Energy.
It's a force.
Yes.
And you can feel it.
can feel
If you don't have it also, you can
Hello?
feel it.
Part of what I was saying is the fact that, look, for example, if you know how to plan, that's a tool right there. But then that planning ability has a nuisance value.
Yeah.
In that you can plan to kill, you can plan to rob somebody, you can plan to rape someone. Right, all right. So you see that to be a Bin Laden, for example, you have to be a superior project manager.
And you have to have faith, man.
Yeah, and you have to have incredible faith.
Wow.
You have to have amazing belief. All right, you got to understand how optimism works. To beat the CIA for over 10 years, some people be working for you. There is a science to that commitment that delivers value at a level. All right, but then when you then have a sense of decency and clear understanding of your mission, and to know that the strength and the balance that the world must experience will be shared because of your contribution. And when you understand that, you are able to channel what is the same tool for the person with a flawed mentality about reality, and for you defining your good from there, you are able to communicate serious value. Now what is happening is there is a higher force in the entire universe that once your commitment to perform is true and real, and that your critical goal is to disseminate value to the world, that energy begins to connect to you. It's an automatic experience. So your belief is very key to connecting at that level. Now, I knew today that I'll be here because I have set the machineries in place. All right? I believe I'll be here. All right? I made moves to be here. I created 6 options that will get me in here. And all of that worked together to be able to get me into this room today.
You know, this is very, very important. You know, you talked about Bin Laden,
Yes.
Osama. It represented evil.
Yes.
And I want to look also at you know, Obama. So
Yes.
it is Osama versus Obama. Obama represents good.
Yeah.
And so the essence of this, the universal and the God force and positivity positive energy that goes with you, always wins over negativity.
That's it.
So although this tool works for negative mental attitude,
Yes.
and people that want to create negativity,
Yes.
there is a superior force
That's it.
that resides in positivity,
Yes.
and doing good for
Yes.
humanity.
That is it.
That always supersedes
That's it.
and always
Yeah.
squashes negativity.
That is it.
Now I say to people, all of the Marvel movies and all movies that you have watched, there's always, you know, especially actions and thrillers, there's always a fight between good and evil.
Correct.
So good and evil exist side by side.
Yeah.
Black and white exist side by side. There's always an opposite to everything that exists. But the key is that you be on the side of good,
Yes.
or of adding value to
Yes.
humanity,
Yes.
and you know, draw the experience and the energy and the force from the one and only. I call him the Grand Master of the universe,
Yes.
Baba God
Yes.
himself.
Yes.
You know, so it's very, very important that we understand that yes, we're talking about faith, we're talking about belief, but there are also different levels of manifestations
Exactly.
of it. Now
Exactly.
they say that people fight and engage for power. You know, our experience on earth is a function of power dynamics.
Yes.
And power only bows to power.
Simple.
So let's talk about, you know, that barrier of
Yeah.
power dynamics.
Yeah.
And I know that you're very vast in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
area.
You see, power is a gift of nature to every human being.
Power.
The idea of powerlessness is a human invention, first of all. The idea of nobody is powerless is a state of the human mind. Now, every human being is naturally powerful. What would be wrong is your ignorance of your power. So, the first level of the expression of power is the power to be, to accept, to understand who you are. Exactly what you are born, who you are born to be, what you are born to do, what you can do that nobody else can do. That is now capturing your essence, your purpose, your assignment, your passion. You know, all of those define who you are. If you miss that, it's a major compromise on your capacity to generate force all through your journey of existence. You will suck up, you will compromise, you will say sorry when you need to be strong, you will say yes when you need to say no, you will say no when you need to say yes, you will smile when you should frown, you will frown when you should smile. You will not be able to center yourself, because essentially a critical part is like a computer that is not able to understand that it needs to run a program. It's going to malfunction all through. So you are supposed to express yourself by design. Everything on earth, the camera, the wristwatch, your phone, is functioning by design. It is only human beings, because of the blessing, which is becoming almost a misfortune, because of the blessing of reasoning, we are able to jettison design and then use will to begin to reinvent another design that is contrary to nature.
So once have you heard, twice has it been spoken now, that at the center of your existence, at the center of being all that you were born to be, is discovering who you are.
Yes.
So I think this is a solemn moment, because for me it's a moment of reality, and I want us to do a reality check, and I want to ask a couple of questions, and I want you to ask yourself these questions. Number one, who are you? Number two, why are you here? Number three, what solution were you born to be? Number four, who has a problem that you are a solution to? Number five, where are they? Number six, what is the best medium and the best way for you to begin to provide yourself as a solution that will solve that problem? These questions are very critical. What is your passion? What gifts and talents were you naturally born with? Where is your natural habitat? What natural roles do you like to play? And what roles do people come to you asking you to play? If you had $100 million, in fact, if you won a jackpot for $100 million now, what won't you stop doing? And if you had $100 million, what would you invest it in? Now, these questions are very, very critical. I say that powerlessness is a function of a powerless state of being. So it's not in existence. Powerlessness in itself is not in existence. So, I say there are no powerless people. There are only powerless states. So, PK, we've gone beyond the point where people now understand that the first barrier is a lack of knowledge, a lack of understanding, a lack of acceptance of who they are.
Yeah.
Let's move to the next barrier.
Yes.
What are the other things that can stop you
Yes.
from
Yes.
being all that you were born with?
Yes. What stops people, first of all, like we said, is ignorance of self. Now, after that is your environment. And your environment is sensitive to three things: people, places, and events. Your entire life, at the end of life, when death is sure, retirement is guaranteed, and you are at that departure lounge of life, your life will be equal, proportional to what you did with people, in places, and at events. Never forget that. All of your life is people, places, and events. If you buy a powerful computer and you bring that computer into your house, if you keep it in a very hot environment with a lot of heat, though you have a powerful machine, within a very short time you have a malfunctioning powerful machine. So it's not enough to have the powerful machine, is to have the right environment for the powerful machine.
And this brings us to your natural habitat.
Yes.
Now, but a fish can function in water.
Yes.
So if you take that computer also and you drop it in water, that powerful machine, it will malfunction.
It's just going to malfunction.
Now we're saying that there are certain specific environments that you need to create around yourself.
Yes.
There are certain people that you cannot be around. There are certain people that must not be around you. There are certain places you must not be. There are certain places you must not go.
Yes.
And there are certain things you must not, encourage within your environment. So it's about where you walk. It's about where you live.
Yeah.
It's about where you go. It's about the events of your life.
Yes.
Who are your friends?
Yeah.
They say
Yeah.
that, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are.
are.
Who do you associate with?
Yes.
And who are the people that associate with you? So break it down further.
You see, part of what you need to know is that people are divided into three. You have the wise, you have the fool, and you have the naive. You have the wise, you have the fool, and you have the naive.
So
Now, please, a foolish person is not being insulted here. We know now that foolishness is not an insult. It's a state of existence. It means there is a set of behavior that agrees with the definition. So as we cannot call a carpenter a surgeon, we cannot call a foolish person a wise person. People are foolish.
it's a state of
It's
existence.
a state of existence.
And there are some people that
And there are
have
some people
conditioned
that have
themselves.
conditioned themselves in
and
that state.
accepted that
And some
that's what
have
they
done
want.
that sincerely. I say to people, sincerity is not a factor of production. Responsibility is the name of the game. People are sincerely in prison. People are sincerely poor. People are sincerely confused. People are sincerely killed, sincerely raped. People are sincerely confused. So that you are sincere means nothing. You hear people say things like, God sees my heart. And I say, you are correct. But the people looking at you are not God. So they don't see your heart, they see your action. So you say what you mean, you do what you mean. All right? So you need to understand that, look, there's something called confident ignorance. There's something called confident ignorance. You know nothing, but you're not aware. So you
that's a fool.
That is a fool.
Okay, so who's the naive?
The naive is somebody who knows what is right, but does not walk from an helicopter view. A naive person knows what is right, but does not walk from an helicopter view. I'll tell you what I mean. He doesn't think holistically. For example, if you say football is just a game, you are correct. You are very, very correct. But it's a naive statement.
Wow.
Football is not just a game.
It's a business.
It's a business. People are making billions of
It's a
dollars from
religion.
business. Merchandising, endorsements are going on. People are killing themselves. Somebody shot his wife during the World Cup. I mean, all sorts of things happen
Football is
because
an
of football. So
institution.
football is an institution. It goes beyond the game. But if you say football is just a game, you are correct, but you are naive.
22 people kicking one ball.
I mean,
Wow.
because you are not capturing the full picture.
So foolishness, naivety, then wisdom.
Yes.
What about
Now,
wisdom?
your responsibility is to first of all understand wisdom, then attract wisdom, domicile wisdom in your life, deploy wisdom. What is wisdom? Wisdom is the ability of the human spirit to capture value. The
And to
ability
be
of the
value,
human spirit to
and
capture
be
value.
and to be
Value in people, value in yourself, value around you. All right? And with your wisdom, you have the power to support the fool and educate the naive. And that is what defines leadership. That's why you see some people are leading the world because they have taken responsibility for wisdom.
Wow.
So once you take responsibility for wisdom, what you are doing actually is creating a pathway of honor and significance for yourself.
So what we're saying is that another identifiable barrier within your environment is you need to deal with your naivety.
Yeah.
You need to deal with the sense of foolishness.
Yes.
And you need to get wisdom.
Yes.
In getting wisdom, you will begin to understand that wisdom is the principal thing.
Yes, and then you need one to attract wisdom. You need knowledge. Two, you need the humility to receive correction. Now, if you have all the passion for knowledge and you have no passion for correction, you are a fool. Then,
So you can display some level of wisdom in quote, but if you are not someone that subscribe to being corrected, you are not someone that subscribe to learning,
yes,
then your wisdom really is faulty.
exactly, because the proof of learning is that elasticity to capture divergence of views. And since nobody owns the monopoly of knowledge, you know that at your best, you only know a part of what is knowable. So you need to learn and plug into people who know better than you. So if you are not learning, you are not listening to correction. You are not pursuing knowledge. You are not listening to correction. You are not listening to people that meet three conditions. One, they are spiritually better than you. They are experientially ahead of you. And they are professionally ahead of you.
Wow.
When you find people that are spiritually, professionally, and experientially qualified to instruct you, you listen, and then you take instructions. Because all of your life is sensitive between two pathways. Number one, what you find, and number two, what others will lead you to find. 20% of what you are going to do in life is tied to what you will find yourself. 80% is going to be tied to how you connect
With
other
other
people
people.
in other environments.
Wow, I wish that we had more time. This is Be All You Can Be with a Catalyst. I've had my phenomenal, provocative, crazy, mad friend PK here with me. And PK, one last word for
Yeah.
the listeners out there.
Yeah.
One last word.
Yeah, unfortunately we cannot finish, but this is what I would have to say to you. As you get up from where you are right now, understand that the world is yours. You have, and I'm not trying to talk you happy. I am telling you about the science of transformation and possibilities. You own the world. You have the right to script the results that you need. But you need to give yourself to training. And don't assume that you have the power that you need already. It's inside you, but your experiences have, in a way, cut you short from some of the knowledge that you need to be able to generate that force. So connect to people. Find environments, begin to search. The next time you're on Google, spend time learning about your power. Powerlessness is a state of the mind. Powerlessness is a human invention. There's so much you can do. Nothing can stop you. You have the freedom to think, to dream, and to pursue. It's only a matter of time when you stay true to the path of honor and integrity, pursuing knowledge and wisdom, connecting to the needs of your environment. Your world will soon come to ask you questions showing amazing curiosity about the tools that is working for you. And then you can present them with the models that they need for their own balance. You are the savior of the world, but not until you can save yourself. Never forget that it is the person that is well that can donate blood. It means that if you don't have capacity, there's a limit to who you can help. So store up capacity, grow capacity, find that strength, and then be that comfort zone for everybody to lean on. That's the way it works.
Thank you very much, PK. This is Be All You Can Be with the Catalyst, Lanre Olusola. We're going to continue this on Twitter. So if you got any questions, if you have any contributions, follow me at Lanre Olusola. Follow PK at Kunle Soriyan. Also follow me at OLCACAD. And if you want to watch or listen to more of this Be All You Can Be episodes, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Lanre Olusola TV. We have this recorded. This is Be All You Can Be. Chris Drazer, thank you very much for hosting us. Next week is going to be another provocative one. Remember, you were born to prosper. You were born to be all that you were born to be. And the only thing that is in your way is you.